I want to give all praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone that rule well. Salutations to the men of the hopeful and sincere elect. This is Makazar from thetrend.com. Just want to do a brief edification for the elect's sake. Alright, now as you can see, the picture on the screen, growing pains. I believe that is what I'll call the video, growing pains. Alright, because when I look up the word growing pains, you talk about joint pains that children get while growing up, but it also means difficulties besetting a new enterprise in its early stages. Alright, and difficulties in this enterprise is like, when you come into the brotherhood, everybody have different spirits, different personalities, and sometimes these personalities could clash. Alright, sometimes these personalities could clash. And we had to pray to the Most High for strength to endure, because sometimes we might have differences with our brothers. Alright, and we might have fallen out, might have arguments. Hey, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai forbid, we might have fights. But all that is part of growing pains. All that is part of what we're gonna go through. The scripture said, acceptable men is tried in the furnace of adversity. So when you and your brothers go through adversities together, actually when you reconcile, that bond becomes stronger. Alright, that bond becomes stronger between you both. So growing pains in the truth is necessary. Don't let it turn you away from the truth when you see two brothers going at it, or you and your brother have a falling out that makes you follow the truth. Hey, guess what? It's necessary. Because whenever you have fallen out, you from there you start understanding each other, learning each other's spirit, so you could grow together to become a stronger brotherhood, become stronger individuals. This is where two actually becomes one. All right, because even like marriage counselors, I believe, would tell you that if you're in a marriage and it don't have arguments, then something wrong. It have no love. But when you have love for one another, then you're gonna have arguments. Especially when somebody do something wrong and it bothering you, you're gonna have arguments. You're gonna have, heads clashing together. That's why he said open rebuke is better than secret love. If it have secret love and you just keeping yourself quiet, when you see a brother going off and don't say nothing, you ain't gonna have no growing pains. Because you're not gonna go to this brother. Sometimes a brother might do something wrong and you go to rebuke him, and he lash out at you because he don't want that reproof. But then the Most High might put his spirit on him to realize that he was being proud and he was going off, and then that brother will come to apologize. Be that he's a man of the Lord, he gonna come and apologize and say, I went off, Salakia. And you brothers gonna become better, you're gonna come stronger. So that is what growing pains about. The growing pains in this truth is about making us stronger, making the brotherhood stronger. And believe me, the times that coming, we need the brotherhood. Because if we can't be brothers now, we definitely ain't gonna be brothers in the time of Jacob's trouble. And that is the reason why we have to work on brotherhood now. Alright, this is 1 Peter chapter 2 verse 17. Honor all men, love the brotherhood, fear Yahweh, honor the king. So you have to love the brotherhood. You have to love the brotherhood with all your heart. Alright? And as I said, these growing pains are a necessity, because you're going to have clashes. But we being men of the Lord have to overcome these clashes, overcome these confrontations, overcome these schisms, so that we could become a more solid, a more solid vessel, a vessel of gold, a vessel of silver, not a vessel of earth and clay that when adversity comes, it just breaks in pieces. No. We have to become vessels that could take that pounding. That is why we have to go through these growing pains. Alright? And it's going to happen in the early stages, because it's personalities from different parts of the world coming together, and different spirits, unclean, clean spirits, and they're going to come together. And the scripture said, iron sharpened iron, so the man the countenance of his friend. Alright? So we actually going to make each other stronger through these growing pains. Alright? This is the book of Acts. This is Acts chapter 15. This is Acts chapter 15, as of verse 37. It says, and Barnabas determined to take with them John, whose surname was Mark, but Paul thought not good to take him with them, who departed from them from Pamphylia, and went not with them to the work. So so Paul was zealous for the work, and he said that John wasn't doing the work, so why take him with us? But Barnabas saw differently. Barnabas wanted to take him. So you might have differences like this in the truth, where brothers might have different, points and views, and they're gonna cause an argument. But don't let this break up the brotherhood. Because guess what? When things like this happen, then you making it easy for Esau to infiltrate in the brotherhood and break up the group. He could send an agent provocateur to break it up. So we had to know our brothers. We had to learn our brothers. Alright? We had to know who our brothers. Verse 39, and the contention was so sharp between them that they departed asunder from one another. And so Barnabas took Mark and sailed on to Cyprus, and Paul chose Silas and departed, being recommended by the brethren unto the grace of Yahweh. Alright? So, even Paul and Barnabas had their fallen out, but I don't mean they wasn't good. They would have come together eventually. Alright? But we can't let, arguments totally break us apart. The scripture said, be angry and sin not. Alright? So, we will have fallen outs. Yeah, we will get angry. We're only men. The Most High himself gets angry. Alright? The Most High himself gets angry. But don't let that, tear us apart. Alright? The scripture said, don't let the sun, go down on your wrath. Alright? This is Ephesians chapter 4 verse 26. It says, be angry and sin not. Let not the sun go down upon thy wrath. Alright? It says, neither give place to the devil. So don't give place to the devil. Don't hold on to malice. If your brother did something to offend you, which your brother obviously gonna do something to offend you in this truth, don't keep it inside. Look at your brother cross-eyed, hold hatred towards your brother, backbite or nah. Let me don't do these things. Let's love the brotherhood, because by doing that, you're giving way to the devil. Alright? This verse 29. It says, let no corrupt, Ephesians 4:29, let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth, but that which is good to use of edifying, that it may minister grace unto the hearers. So let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth. Hey, this brother, I hate this brother. Nah, don't let that be named so much among you. The things that are known to be among the Gentiles, talking about 2/3 of Israel and the other nations, don't let that be once named amongst the men of the Lord, the hopefully elect. Alright? Because when 2/3 follow, they might even look to kill one another. But let that falling out bring you even closer together. Alright? Let that make you knit even closer together. That falling out. Let that growing pain be a strength to strengthen the brotherhood, because we're gonna go through those growing pains. You gotta make up your mind to have arguments and falling outs. Alright? But you have to also respect one another and love one another. And when you have the growing pains, the love that we have for one another is what brings us back together even stronger. Alright? It actually makes us stronger. You gotta love the brotherhood. Alright? This is Ecclesiasticus. Ecclesiasticus chapter 22. Verse 21. It says, though thou drawest a sword at thy friend, yet despair not, for there may be a returning to favor. So even if you and your brother fought, you draw a sword, you said some hurtful things, some things that you regret, hey, don't despair. Don't say, you lost a brother. Though the scripture said that brother offended is harder to win than a strong city, hey, don't be despaired over it. Hey, go to your brother, talk to your brother, pray to Abba Hashem Yahushai that you and your brother reconcile, because guess what? Reconciliation is for Israel. Alright? You can't hate your brother and say love the Most High. So when you're going through these growing pains, guess what? You have to get over whatever caused you to fall out and reconcile with your brother. Though you and your brother probably fought, hey, just be, be in that spirit where you could reconcile, because we're gonna go through them growing pains. Alright, and the way I see it is a necessity to bring the brotherhood stronger together, because as the scripture said, acceptable men are tried in the fullness of adversity, especially when you and a brother go through adversity together. When you and a brother have them falling out, it actually makes you stronger, because you learn from it, you learn each other from it. Alright, it brings the bond stronger. What sibling, it have some called sibling rivalry. What's two siblings growing up, brother and brother, sisters growing up, don't have any falling out, but guess what? The love's still there. They get stronger with them, with these falling outs. Like when I watch this movie Twilight, alright, when they just, I think it was the second installment, when they showed that the two worlds were fighting. After the fight, they were hugging and playing. Because why? Because you're gonna have growing pains, but guess what? It makes you stronger. It makes the brotherhood stronger. It makes the connection between brothers even stronger. Alright? This is Proverbs. It says Proverbs chapter 27. Proverbs chapter 27 verse 6. Faithful are the wounds of a friend, but the kisses of an enemy are deceitful. So yeah, if your brother always, smiling up with you, smiling with you, yet within his spirit you might do something to offend him, but yet you always smiling with you and saying good things, guess what? That might be a deceitful blow. Because your brother might be trying to overthrow you and you don't know. He might be plotting something against you and you don't, because 2/3 be doing that shit. But the scripture said, faithful are the wounds of a friend. Because you and a friend might fight, but then again, after that fight, you're gonna reconcile. At least when you and your brother have a falling out, your brother don't like this and you don't like that. Your brother learn that you don't like this. Alright? So when your brother have that falling out, especially when you fall out, some things gonna be said. Alright? Some things gonna be said. Sometimes he might tell you the truth about you. And that actually, you might be like, shit, I didn't know that. And that might actually make things better. It might start out bad, but then things actually gonna get better once you stay in that spirit. Because that is the one thing you and your brother have in common, the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Alright? And you're gonna go through these growing pains. Alright? This is the final scripture here. Is Ecclesiasticus chapter 12 verse 8. It says, a friend cannot be known in prosperity, and an enemy cannot be hidden in adversity. So sometimes your brother might be there with you. The scripture said, if thou have a friend, try him first. And some of the ways of trying your friend is through these growing pains. It's through these growing pains you will be able to try a friend. Alright? So when everything good, you don't know who is your friend, really and truly. But when adversity hit, your friend and your enemy will start to declare themselves, because you will realize who for you and who not for you. Alright? You'll realize who for you and who not for you. So these growing pains are a necessity in the brotherhood. Alright? So love the brotherhood. Alright? And don't get shun away with these growing pains. So with that, I want to give our praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles of great millstone that rule well. Alright? Salutations to you, men of the hopeful and sincere elect, to the sincere Achium. Shalom.